Early 1944. The German army is on the retreat everywhere, in the aftermath of the Kursk battles and Operation Kutuzov. The front line is shifting west so rapidly, the Germans can only hope the Pontastellung will stem the red tide. Army Group North, facing the Leningrad front, has gradually been pushed further away from Leningrad and takes up positions on the west bank of the Narva River. At first, the Pontastellung seems up to the task, and in February, the Germans are able to contain and eliminate a number of Soviet bridgeheads. The situation changes dramatically when the Soviets break through southwest of Narva. A large-scale Soviet attack by the 59th Army into the flank of the German 43rd Corps threatens to cut the supply line and isolate the city of Narva. The attack is roughly aimed to the northwest towards Silamai. The goal is obvious. In this mission, you are in charge of units within the defensive line. The front is strangely quiet here, and the enemy seems passive. Send out a scout squad to find information. Go behind the lines to snatch whatever information or maps you can get, then return to HQ. Use the information you get back to issue orders either to defend or to attack. In any case, you will be in charge and you have no time to waste. Good luck.
Welcome back, Commander. Time for another episode. Episode 8 in the Germany campaign, second in the Scorched Earth DLC pack. The Narva River. Narva Bridgehead, Narva River. Big fight of the war. I thought I'd introduce the cast. These are our two infantry squads. There's a couple of snipers there. I'm always pleased to see them. A couple of heavy machine guns. Lots of people with Panzerfaust. Looks like a good crew. Their job is to get across the swamp, infiltrate into Soviet lines and capture a satchel full of intelligence. And here is the rest of the boys, all been having a nice meal. These are our vehicle guys. And their job is to support said infantry, whose name I haven't given them names. If you click on them, they've got their own names. So we're going to mount up. Chuck them in the flak wagon and that little kind of Puma with a infantry support gun. And what we'll do is we'll shift these up to the edge of the swamp and use them as fire support, and then the infantry will cross ahead of them. Got a pretty good. We've got some kind of partisan agents up ahead showing us what the enemy is and where they are. Doesn't look like a particularly difficult fight. We should be quick. So we'll send them over. I'm not sure if we can get vehicles through the swamp. I wasn't sure if we could get humans through the swamp, but you're about to see that we can on both fronts. Now, am I going to go buddy-buddy, which is one guy's take cover, the next guy's move forward, take cover, and then we swap and alternate as we go across? I don't think I am. I think I'm going to stick to the flat cannon and the cannon have almost range to the other side of the swamp, but not quite. Which means if I want them to join in the firefight, they're going to have to move forward. Hopefully not sink. Sneaky, sneaky. I don't know how. You know me, I'm never sneaky. I'm always maximum loud. Also, I'm not scared. Look at that tiny force. Now I'm playing in native 4K without the without bumping up my icons. Which does mean I can't really read much. I'll be straight with you, I can't see what type of ammunition I'm firing, what's in my inventory, what the mission briefing is. So we're going blind on that one. But hey, we're veterans now, right? We've played this game a lot. Who needs to see what we're doing? Nice shot. Straight in there. This flat gun, I don't think he can shoot straight forward over the nose of the vehicle. So I'm having to present him sideways so he can get to work. Having this infantry support vehicle is making this a cakewalk. You know, when I first heard this was the mission, that's why I'm playing it without the big icons, look, so we can get more fancy visuals during the fighting. And that's certainly this is my theme for the video, so please stick with me and keep watching. My theme for this video is going to be close-up gunfights. I'm trying to get some sort of cinematic flybys. And be as cinematic as I can. See if it works. Yeah, so he just needs to be rotated so he can actually fire. We've got snipers lining them up. We've got, as I say, some kind of partisans or somebody, some green dots over there, giving all the enemies spotting for us. That's the case. I'm just sitting back and enjoying the carnage. Not that I enjoy carnage, obviously. It was terrible. Video games should never be violent. I played Subnautica. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's undersea. You crash land on an alien planet and have to survive, but you land in the sea. It's all done in scuba gear, and it's really soothing. Very, very atmospheric. Very nice game. It's about 12 quid on Steam or something. Old games. I picked it up, and it's non-violent. I mean, there is just no violence at all. There's no guns, there's no swords, there's no axes, there's no bloodshed. I was like, what am I doing playing this game? And I looked it up on the internet, and everybody who plays it is really mad about this game because it's a non-violent video game, and that's like a real thing, and they're all, it's got a cult following because it's non-violent. Bring the slaughter. So yeah, none of that. Look, we're gonna murder, a big old fight, murder people in their thousands tonight. Starting with him and him. He's next. He's got a name. He's got a family, and I don't care. Now there is one little wild card up here that I've missed on the way over, and I've now spotted. I'll show him to you as soon as any second. Well, they've got a trench system. They're not entirely visible. There are still wild cards hidden in there. There, look, somebody shot back. Just killed one of my guys. There's a tankette up there. What do we call it? T something or other. T I don't remember. Tank. Shot him with the cannon. Wrong. He's reloading HE. I think he's going to see if he's got anti-tank, because that's really what it needs. So I'll give it a selection. I'm assuming that top one is anti-tank, but it's so small I can't read it. I haven't brought my microscope. I haven't got it set up in front of the TV. Right, that's done. Looks capturable too, so great. I'll have that. And then we'll advance further up there. Take out all those guys. Now, what I have noticed on the mini-map, on the left of this, on the left of the base with all the red dots in, you see lots of white cheese triangles. They're ammunition trucks. I want them. So I've given myself an additional mission, and that is to clean out the left of this island, whatever it is, and steal everything. So we're going to steal that tankette. We're also going to steal all the ammunition trucks and take them home with us. Oh, and these two binoculars, his and the guy behind him, we're going to steal those binoculars as well. But not the mustaches. You can keep the mustaches, boys. Don't need that. It's not a good look. Sure, it keeps you warm. Keeps the flies out of your mouth when you somehow. You're drinking your soup. So he's a commissar. Yeah, commissar. Der commissar. I don't know. Alright, it's a bit pressure. That's not true. Oh, look at this gun barrel. So we've taken some damage on the flat cannon. Look at the gun barrel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my monkey wrench out. You know, that spanner that you use to change the tap on your sink or on your bath. Oh, that's going right, mate. That's not good news.
Oh, das könnte nützlich werden.
Loot the dead guy. Sort this out. Get us back in the game. Yes, I'm going to take my monkey wrench and I'm going to use it on that cranky barrel. And if I just go, you watch what happens. It's amazing engineering. There you go. Ba-dang. Straight as die. So, if you ever have trouble like that, like a Z-shaped gun barrel, just monkey wrench. It's really easy. Dong. Brilliant. That's what you need. Yeah, so he'll finish fixing that. Obviously, there's some more things that a monkey wrench will cure. And I'm going for the binoculars. I can't resist them any longer. Give me the binoculars. Send these boys out. I mean, he's a great, you know, I feel about flat cannons. They're brilliant at cleaning trenches, so we'll send him out. He should hopefully do the business. I don't think he's got them all. I think they're hidden from line of sight. And here comes the second new squad. obviously want to secure that trench line around that tankette so I can steam it. Snipe. Got some captured Panzerfaust on the Russian soldiers there. Soviet, sorry. Don't really know where the soldiers are from.
Unterwegs. Wo bleibt die verdammte Verstärkung?
Yeah, let's crest this hill and we'll take the shed. Where that red cheese triangle is on the mini-map, it's a motorbike and sidecar. Just left the motorbike and sidecar are the documents we need to pick up lying in the shed on the ground. You hold down X, shows you, all the items like the dropped guns and what have you. Not show you. Misclick, sorry. Right, so to all intents and purposes, this is the end of phase 1, but I'm going to extend the mission. Before I go and pick up that those documents, I'm going to capture and loot everything I can capture and loot on this island. I'll edit, I'll video edit us through it, because there's going to be a lot of repair time like on this tankette and stuff. So I prepare for some teleporting through the bonus objective I've set myself, which is to loot in and liberate everything on this bridgehead. Beginning with the ammunition trucks. Let's go and have a butcher's up. Now on the way, a bit of a surprise. Look, there's a cannon over there. Haven't seen him coming, but hey, free cannon. Well, it's not free, but it will be soon. Now the cannon has been shooting at that, so I pulled it out. But I got cheeky and went for one last trench kill before I run. So I'd quite like to. The cannon's up against one of these buildings somewhere. Something like there. Up against the wall there. So I think we'll be able to rush up on him with some infantry. Chuck a grenade at him. Kill all his crew in one surprise blow. We'll have a cannon and we can kind of put it on the back of the ammunition trucks, can't we? They can tow it out. Take it home with us. Now I'm listening. Engine noise. So I'm going around the area of the map, not just looking but listening. So there's an engine noise there. I'm counting by engine noise 3 tanks. There's our cannon. And look behind it on the mini-map, you'll see the first tank. I'm wondering if they can get him all with bullets. Look, he's got binoculars, that guy. Oh, he's just permanently saluting. Guy in brown getting shot now. Yeah, so that's the first of 3 of those SU 152s. Thankfully, it's not the type with a machine gun on the top, so we are going to be able to get in close and side shoot it with a bazooka, with a Panzerfaust. There's the second, and it spotted us, and we're not going to... These tanks have no... don't have much in the way of 2 shots over there, these 2 artillery tanks. They don't have a lot in the way of visibility to the side. You can sneak up on them, but front on they can see. So I provoked him, run away. I'll come back for him. And essentially we're using assassins. We've got single guys with a Panzerfaust, and they're going to sneak up, get really close, shoot him in the side, either detrack him or get the guys to bail out, get the crew to bail out. Once that's done, we'll repair it and take it home. So here we go, making my run. Look, making my run on that tank. It's behind the same barrier, but there's a surprise that I didn't expect. This cannon, and it's seen me. Oh my god. So the tank there on the top right behind him, behind the minimap, rotating, coming for me. This cannon here rotating, coming for me. I got a grenade. I chucked it, got in the trench. Should be safe here. The grenade should kill them all. Ah, it only killed one. So what? Hey, bit of a glory run. Only had one grenade. So I've got him to lie on his belly in that trench. I mean, he'll be safe there, I think. And I'll think about him in a minute. Once, if I go for the other tank that's now aiming at me, see him at the top left there, up there. If I now go for him while he's got his back to me, if he turns around, then I can move this guy out. Or anyway, wolf pack them. We'll attack from the other direction now, rather than just Rambo it with that one guy. So he's going to sneak in the back, pop that one. And again, Wolfpack, if they spot me and turn around, that's no problem. I then just assault with another guy from another direction. I don't charge down his gun. Hopefully he started machine gunning at the, giving away his position, or machine gunning at that cannon. So my guy with one hand grenade, turns out he's got two. Who knew? That's them done. So just the tanks now. Oh, that one's been hit. I saw a man jump out. So a man jumped out to try and, I don't know, fix it somehow. Oh, I took that as my cue. I tried to run up and shoot him, but in the end I ran up and bazookaed him. This guy again, bazooka. I didn't ask him to throw the hand grenade, he just decided to on his own. But it's worked. So I've got, I'm setting all the tanks to get fixed up. The guys are now repairing all the tanks, except for the third tank, which will take me a bit while. Third tank's immobilised. I'm waiting for the crew to jump out, try and fix the track, and then they'll get shot, and then I'll nick the tank. But that takes forever. So, meantime, I've grabbed an ammo truck, which I'm going to use to pick up the cannon and drive it back to my start base, which is all the way back up there on the minimap, look in the green. And this guy's going to grab the other cannon, and he's also going to go all the way up to here. And once I've healed the tanks, so they also, tanks are next. Just going to spend some inordinate amount of time that you don't need to see, spannering the tanks until they work beautifully. Then I'll send them to the same staging point. Where there's a fuel truck with a blue outline. Where they'll come back to the fuel truck and the ammo trucks. They'll be, and I'll send all my spare troops there as well, and that'll be my staging point. You know, that one I can crew up the tanks with more crew if they need it. They'll be fully fueled and fully loaded. And he's going to use his magic ratchet. Let's go. As is he. Etc. There's a third tank you're not seeing, doing the same. And once they're done, we send them all back to our staging post behind our own lines. I don't know if we're going to need them, but you know, they should be pleased with us. We bring back extra loot. Sent us out to get documents, and we got documents, 3 tanks, 2 cannons, and 3 ammunition trucks. How about that? totally destroyed all the enemy you sent us out there to scout. So yeah, I'm feeling very pleased with myself. It did take a bit of time, but absolutely worth it, I hope. We're going to find that, you know, the map ends as soon as I get the level ends as soon as I pick up these documents, which is in this shed here. Like, if I press highlight, it's this motorbike and sidecar. If I press highlight, you'll see it just on the right under the tent, under the canvas cover. Highlights. It is red. That's him. Pick that up. That's the mission. That's the quest. To end phase 1. Obtain Soviet strategic documents. I don't know what you're saying. It's in very tiny print. I can't read it. Ah, I know what you're saying. He's saying, deliver the documents to our commander. Here, you want me to bring the documents to this guy. Now, I've got a load of men over here. So what I'm going to do is get most of them to run home. See how he's waddling? They're going at walking speed because he's got the documents equipped in his hand. It's like having that minesweeper. It makes him walk really slow, and all his mates walk really just. Stop that. As long as he doesn't drop the documents when I select my gun, he'll do that. Then he can walk at normal speed. However, I don't want him to walk. I want the others to walk. I want him and his mate to take the motorbike and sidecar and come there in style. And we're going to go, and I'm going to manually control it. I'm going to have a mad motorbike drive. All the way down the road to that place, and these guys, they can go to my staging point. Oh, look. Mini-map. Enemies are coming. We're not alone. Alright, so. Go! Clicked it. Nothing's happened. Highlight it, click it. Nothing's... It's broken. The flipping thing's broken, and there's a whole load of enemy. I can't... Right, motorbike ride cancelled. Instead, we're going to go for a big run through lots of enemy soldiers. Enemy soldiers in hot pursuit, we're going to run for it. And our mates who could have covered us, they've already pegged it off. So we're just going to run for our lives. Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest! Come on, faster! Work some of that flab off. Your Fitbit watch. Give it some points. So yeah, these are the Soviets chasing us. Oh, here we are, on the run. I've got the documents. I've got them. I can't do the theme tune for the $6 Million Man. He runs like that. They seem to have got away. They seem to have given those chasing them the slip. There's no one shooting at them. This is the swamp, the misty, sticky swamp. Nobody's gone glug, glug, glug and disappeared. That has happened in previous iterations of the game. Keep running? What are you slowing down for? Yeah, so a nice scenic camera run for us all the way across the map. I'd edit it out, but the truth is I was having too much fun with the camera. I don't want to edit it out. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, got some bullets. Almost made it. Forest. That's the commander. I'm out of breath, kneeling down. That's what I'd be doing. Be
Wann geht's
dead.
endlich los?
Oi! Luckily I didn't die from being run over. Just at that moment I became a ghost and survived. That's the officers. They're off to, with their documents off to the pub. I heard the pub's open in the town. It's happy hour. Off for some snaps. And he's giving me some orders that unfortunately are so small.
Jawohl.
I can't read. I don't know what he means. Defend from Soviet assault. Well, you see, now I'm feeling pretty pleased. I bought a load of pretty big anti-tank guns. And mobile artillery with me. I bought some extra guns just in case. Churchill. And we're going to have to set these up somehow, I mean. And quickly.
Wann geht's los? Zu Befehl! Was sollen wir mit den Teilen? Wo soll das Ding hin?
This is a kind of a small overview of what our defences are. So a trench up there, some cannons here, 88 bottom right hand corner just here. They've already started, already got to the other side of the swamp, look on the moon map, you can see them. I don't know what's happened there, that wasn't good. There's some trouble with this cannon, stuck in the shed. We'll sort it out eventually, get him into a good spot. This is our left flank. Down behind our central there's a cannon that I've missed, so I'll find that and drag it out, I think onto the left flank. That looks the weakest. Set it up there. That here. Chuck him there, look, that'll do. And here comes the Churchill. So Lend-Lease. Britain sends tanks, Matildas and Churchills, to the Russians in their hour of need, and they get used at Kursk and all along the Russian front. Send them with through the Arctic convoys. They send them by sea down through the Baltic at an enormous cost of life. All the ships essentially have to sail through the Baltic under while the Luftwaffe just bombs them all the way. So I'll try and follow these guys in. There will be some fog of war issues where they'll suddenly sort of magically disappear from line of sight. Let's see this fight from the perspective of the incoming tanks. There's our Churchill. Super slow, this Churchill. I think it drives at walking speed or something like that. It's an infantry support tank, so it's geared to travel at walking speed. So yeah, they're sort of disappearing as we lose line of sight. And a KV. And that's what they're driving into. They come. licks, that tank. I think this next one can. You have to say, you see that ahead of you, you'd not keep going. You'd be, actually, I think I'll turn back. Finally check him out. Umpteen, don't know how many shots. Look, and they're flanking across to the right as well. They're going to come across the swamp. And they're coming across down the main road, through the swamp on the left and through the swamp on the right. You'd have thought big old tanks like these would sink at the swamp, but obviously not. Guess it's too frozen. Now there's a cannon up there on the right. Let's go and have a look at that. Bringing in a cannon, and it's I think it's an artillery piece. Yeah, it's an artillery piece. So that's particularly bad news. You know, an anti-tank gun I could live with, but an artillery piece, that spells trouble. That's the assault through the swamp on the left, or what was the left flank, but I'll spun the camera around. Guys at the main road, big old horde of heavies. Churchills, 234. The infantry that tried to chase my men are just sitting there making a cup of tea, they're sitting down. Lazy boys. I think that tiny print was telling us there's a flanking attack. I already know. Oh, look, that tank's got the first tank's right on the infantry trench. Through the infantry trench. Destroyed. Oh, I haven't got our artillery, it's just mortars. Stuarts again, Lend-Lease. If America sends them or Britain. Going through the fog. Ah, now look at this. Artillery piece. Have to do something about that. You know me, time for Suicide Squad. Send a little Suicide Squad out there, and their job will be to. And there's another artillery piece on either side in the centre of the swamp. Swamp on the left, swamp on the right. There's an artillery piece. And I'm going to when it looks clear enough and I'm not just running into a wall of tanks, I'm going to send a suicide squad out to try and take it out. I mean, ideally, in the perfect world, bring it back to our lines and use it, but I'd settle for decrew it. Kill that tank crew. Kill them. Yeah. Yes, that's my target. And the same thing's happening on the left. I'm going to charge up. Try and get a flank on the cannon. Howitzer. Whatever it is. That one. The guys are here on the right flank. They chucked a grenade in. Decrewed it. No, I'm just going to send it back to my lines, get back in the trench. Probably need it there. Essentially because I can't micromanage it. I haven't got time to mess about. Just, you know, these guys would die if I wasn't clicking them. Just stand there, nice. Right, let's try and man it, shall we? And there's bullets coming in. That's not very wise. Right, getting back to our own trench. They should be safer. Now, hopefully, they don't get remanned because I've left all the ammo in it. I wouldn't mind capturing them myself still at some point, but you know, so this is the main highway. It's got another line of heavies coming down, and they're getting bigger. Look, there's an IS-2. No, it's not. It's a 234, 85. Seems to be under control. Look at all the burning wrecks. Look at it. It was a battle, alright. Some kind of KV, a later version with a better gun. Surprised the line's holding up, really, given that all these tanks can fire back and they're not dying instantly. It's only a matter of time until each thing shooting at them gets hit. One time too many. Out of ammo. Now there's a kind of timer at the top in the centre now, but the text is so small I can't read it. I don't know what the hell that's telling me. Either saying hang on for a few minutes or do something, or I don't know. The line seems to be holding up nicely, so I'm just going to watch the carnage. You enjoy joining me. More coming in, back to the crossroads, the T-junction. There's yet another. It's just a constant supply. And they come, look. I guess these guys are veering left. I think these are going to go through the swamp on the left rather than the main road, these ones. Which is a shame, because I'd like them on the main road where the defences are stronger. That's it, you abandon the tanks. Imagine me repairing all of these later, refusing to end the map because I haven't repaired every tank. Oh, how many times I've done that? Oh, it's disappeared into the fog of war on a foggy day during the war. Now that must be an IST. Come on, that's a massive gun on it. Yeah, that's still a T-34, do you think? T-34 85? Side of him. I like their rear-facing machine on the top. It's kind of cool. The map's expanded. Again, I can't read it, but I think what it's asking me to do is to retreat. Retreat to the third line of defence down behind us. Fall back to the second line. I have to say, given that the first line is holding easily under enormous pressure, I don't really want to fall back. But, you know, orders is orders. Things here look fine. Why do I want to retreat? Obviously it's those 2 extra guns and 3 extra artillery tanks that made all the difference. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Really? Retreat. Hetzer, I remembered his name this time. Bring the Hetzer back. These trenches, not much happening there. Certainly been no infantry coming that way to speak of. They're not just anti-infantry, of course, they do slow the tanks down. You know, if the tanks stop to shoot at them when they're in hard cover, or they get to eyeball the tanks ahead of the artillery, the anti-tank. Yeah. And there's some kind of timer going on as well. I have to retreat by so and so. I want to retreat in good order, you know, I just want to run back and all explode while running away. And some things I don't think I can pull out. I don't think I can pull out the 288 emplacements. I don't think they've got wheels on them. Back to the ammunition point. Troops are running. Yes, I mean I'm a lot more comfortable pulling the left flank out than I am the right or the centre, but reluctantly. I'm saying it seems pointless to be pulling him back when whatever's attacking me is taking such a whopping. It would have been different if I was in massive disarray and all my troops are exploded, and I'd be like, yeah, let me pull back. It hasn't happened. Still give me the mission, pull back. I think. I can't read it, but that's what I think it's saying. Now, all of that second line of defence that were green have now turned blue. So I've now got control of the second line as well. I mean, I'm tempted to move the whole lot forward. For example, these two Tiger tanks. If I pull these two Tiger tanks forward onto the right hand side where to give them some flanking fire, you know, where they pop up out of the marsh, so they've come in strong force, and some of those light tanks have made it all the way in behind the trenches. If I bring them, if they've got engines, they've got tracks, if they need to retreat, they can retreat, can't they? If I need to pull them out in a minute. Like, it'd be rude not to have another play with this artillery piece. Let's see if we can shoot it or steal it. I'm going to try and shoot it, but it turns really slowly. So this is a manual controller. I want to get more than one in a shot. Don't know if it's going to fire a barrage or a massive explosion. I'd like to get multiple hits. How about those two? They look close together at the back there. I have to say, that was a very disappointing explosion. I'll quickly retreat those troops back to the without that cannon since it's so rubbish. And then while I'm at it, time to rearm some of these, reload some of this stuff. And keep them firing. Because they still keep coming. There's another timer up there, look, I don't know what it says, it's so tiny I can't read it. I moved Hitzer there back out into the combat along with Wirbelwind. And that's a mistake. They can't hack it, so I'm retreating them, get them out. I'll retreat them right back to the second line where they came from, where they've been stashed. So they can't fight these guys. They're not really trying, but that's just an army of heavy tanks and they're two light armoured vehicles. So this turret whacked. I'll get them back there and get them repaired. I generally hold them in reserve. Don't know what for. Just coming in up the right. These troops sitting so comfortably, politely. Has that stopped him? He's not doing much. Hasn't stopped his troops, they're all alive. Nope, he's still going. Still coming. He just flew off him. There's our street, look, there's the highway of death. Left flank through the marsh. They're looking a bit strong there. Shooting my men in the trenches dead ahead. Now, those men in the trenches dead ahead, they look like they've got no ammo. No, that's not good. So I'm going to rearm the whole lot of these in one go, send them all back. But that leaves the front wide open and undefended for as long as it takes for them to reload and get back to their trench. A bit hairy, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to spread them out. I don't want them all grouped up in one clump there, look back in their trench. I want them spread out so that the cannons that shoot at them don't kill them all in one go. That's a lesson I've learned. Let's have a look at the enemy, see what he's up to. That fella shooting. Some metal fly into the air. Obviously, if I could read my unit icons, I could just scroll around and tell you, but they're tiny. That's got to be an IS tank, right? That one. That's the big boy tank. Long view down the highway of death. Here you go, look. I'll run. And they could be, as I said, there's fog of war, so we might be looking at tanks, might be right beneath us as we go. True that. Well, some of them are edging closer, aren't they? They're definitely getting closer to the base than they used to. Used to get stopped there, they're coming on the causeway, but now they're kind of getting very close. Look at this fella. Stalking. Who are you shooting at, mate? Let's find out. Oh, he's shooting at me! Duck! Backing off, mate. Don't shoot. those two infantry that are dead. Now look at this, so I think that artillery piece there, the mechanised one, I think that's done. It's got no crew. Maybe we can shoot right in here with this fella. That's any duel him? What do you think? Tank duel? Not really. He's bound to have the wrong ammunition. He's bound to be on high explosives. Yeah, let's give him a shot. Ooh, not too. Boy! Didn't do anything. Did it? Yeah, no, it didn't upset him in the slightest. He's still reloaded high X and now he's been hit. Wow, he's probably out of the fight now. Probably wasted him. Wasted my mobile artillery on that. Bad choice of target. Oh well. Now this 88's not firing very fast. He's firing as fast as the little ammunition case next to him respawns enough ammo, then he gets one shot off, then runs out of ammo and has to wait till it, you know, spawns some more. So we're getting this truck, move that back to the 88, and suddenly he'll start whacking out the shots again. And hopefully that right hand flank, which is looking a bit red heavy, is suddenly gonna lose some red weight. And he might as well get on there. So here's the Tiger. Unfortunately they got hit in the turret and needs a repair, so I thought I'd take it well back. Oh. Cutscene. One of your vehicles is being targeted by enemy artillery. Watch out. Okay. The aircraft are trying to... So we're going to get reinforcements in a minute. The aircraft are spotting for the artillery, which is right back there. And then the artillery, you'll see the big crosshair appear on the ground. And if it appears on top of you, you've got to move, otherwise you're going to get artillery. Now I'm going to do what I wasn't going to do earlier, which is retreat back to the second line of defence. I'm hoping that would give me a breather. I'm hoping that would take me out of his artillery range for starters. I'm also hoping that he'll keep coming, but in piecemeal. I don't think he's going to spawn anymore. I think we're on the mop-up phase. Now I've spawned 2 tanks down the bottom. You can see them just come into the map. Unfortunately, the icons are so small, I don't actually know what tanks I've spawned. But we'll have a look. I mean, I went for the 2 expensive-ish ones down the bottom of the menu. It was a Tiger and a Jag Panther, I think. So that's pretty good. I can make use of them. And then I'd like to send an infantry unit all the way up to the top of the map to take out the artillery, to find and take out the artillery. Or halfway down to capture those other 2 old artilleries to use them to take out the artillery. And I've got this Tiger too, and I've got my Tiger tank repaired, and I've bought some new ones. Here comes the artillery, look. So I just can't stay still anymore. There's no more staying still. It really needs to be a rolling mobile battle. I've spread all my units out, spread all my best units apart, so that the artillery is only going to hit one of them at a time, and then only if I forget to move him, you know, if I don't respond fast enough. So these guys are going to have a little thrust up the left. We'll see how they get on. Essentially, we've got to mop up, we've got to kill everyone, and that's not going to be easy because that artillery is raining down on us. Anytime you can see me, like right now, he can artillery me. So I'm going to have to kill him fast, and then move, and then lose whatever's break line of sight. One of your vehicles is being targeted by enemy artillery. Move, yeah, so that tiger that's shooting at him is now in trouble. I need to move him fast. Comes the arty. Is he out of the way? No. Run! That also, the nice thing at this point is I'm getting resource points and I can spawn new units, so it's kind of a bit more relaxed. Don't mind losing them so much. But it is time for some suicide squads to catch that artillery. There's an infantry man right on top of me, round here somewhere. If I could find him, I'd like to kill him so that... Yeah, so they're not in view. Wherever this tank ahead of us is, it's got its side to us, so that's going to hopefully be a good, easy kill. But there's a lot of stuff out there. Somebody's shooting me. And the artillery's found me. So I've got to move, but I've got no track. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrew. And then I'll get them out, and we'll come back later. We'll come back and try and repair it. Come on, boys. I think what I'll do too is I'll grab some ammunition and stuff off these dead bodies, make these into some kind of fighting force. Sending just one out there, so he can repair that tank without setting everything off. That should be good. Good enough for the job. And then over here on the left, have a look at how our suicide squad's getting on. Now, he's getting cannoned from the left. I don't know how the enemy's brought a cannon there, but hopefully we'll be able to take it out. It's a bit hairy. I mean, not a lot of us. One decent shell will kill us all. I've asked one to throw a grenade and the others are trying to flank a machine gun. But look, there's a tank over there firing on us too. It's not in my comfort zone. I might make it. Got him. Okay, that's good. Do I want to grab that cannon, crew it, and try and shoot at that tank? Oh no, hang on. Look, there's loads coming. There's 3 tanks, another cannon, some infantry. What do you think? One shot and run? Oh look, they're dropping artillery on it. Let's just go on a crew and run, boys. Definitely keep running. Keep running. No, don't get back in the cannon. Get off. There's a load of infantry too. Now they're all chasing me. Look. So there's a huge army chasing me. Yeah, just keep running, Forrest. Just break contact with that lot. They're going to go at least hide at the rearm point. Now I've got 2 tigers. So what I'll do with them is continue with my original tiger mission, which is to go up the right flank, cross the marsh, bust in on the artillery and tiger shock them, or snipe things on the way. But generally, we're going to try and get up the right hand side. Still waiting for this one to repair. The bloke didn't do it. Lazy boy. I'll ask him again. Maybe he needs a repair kit, so you can grab one out of there. Right, now really repair it this time, you lazy devil. Might be able to get to that artillery. Never know. So there's coming down the left-hand side after my other suicide squad. You ready? Who's being targeted? Oh, there's a repair kit right next to it. It can be really tedious getting them to actually do the job. It needs work. It's not going to get work. It is what it is. Here's one tank. Where's his mate? Come on. It's his mate. Let's see how far they make it. You guys can try and take the gun. See if you can spin that round. Well, that's already got you in line of sight. Look. See if you can spin that round and shoot the artillery when they fire. Counter snipe, counter artillery. That thing turns so slowly and it fires just a tiny stupid little bomb compared to what we've got used to over the last missions. I'm gonna decrew it again. Just gonna, maybe he'll distract them. You can be a distraction. But now everyone's surging for him. All the infantry are coming. The tanks, look at them. They found him. They want him. Run, Forrest! Bring them back to the Tigers. The Tigers, however, that's like a T-34 or something. Should be able to just smash that. And there's another artillery strike. Can I save them in time? Move! Well, don't move right next to him. We've got the tank. There's some kind of anti-tank cannon shooting at them. Wasn't really expecting that. There's a plane coming, spotter planes flying inlet on the left with red cheese on the mini-map. Right, first anti-tank cannon down. There's two next to each other. Mighty at me. Side facing, same armour. I want to get in close as I might just be able to drive over the top of them or certainly machine gun them. No, right. That's as far as we go. Take as many with you as you can. And probably what I'll do is, what I've done, is decrew them and try and repair again. Some of them down, so there's a gun here. Seems just behind that little house on the far left. Right. If there's anyone in there, they need to get out. It's done. So I'll get them hiding for a bit and then repairing if they can be bothered to repair, you know what they're like. And hopefully my other repair tank will be ready to come and join them for some more suicide action. Because never enough suicide squad action. So I was tempted to go straight for the guns, but I thought I might as well get rid of these infantry that are just going to, and then they're going over there to my being repaired tank with its 3 crewmen or whatever. They've got pistols. I don't think they can defend against that, so I thought I'll just go over there and zap the infantry, and then at least Oh, I need to move that tank. Is he on tracked? Oh, his gun's damaged. God damn it. Alright, so I've got to repair this tank as well. His gun's damaged. He's not going to do much. But if I can get rid of the infantry and get him somewhere safe enough to repair, then at least, and right now he's in an artillery thing, at least they're safe to repair. You know, I've created a safe space for them. So they'll help crew that. Get repaired. One of them will go over and repair the other tank. And then we'll keep pressing into the anti-tank guns. We'll see if we can take another one out. Bit of a painful war of attrition, but let's do it. So that's what I want to blow up, that thing. Haven't quite got line of sight with it. Just needs to advance a bit further before we can see him. Seems to be happy and firing, which hasn't killed it. Oh, he's tracked again. God damn it. There's a lot of infantry coming. Well, a lot. 5, 10, 6. Anything's a lot at this point. Can you get in and... He doesn't have a main gun, but he has got a machine gun, so at least he can... attract artillery. At least he can shoot the infantry, I was thinking, but... he really just did run off. So the gun at the back with the track, come on, you can do it. Man, come on, artillery something. Drop it, that's it, drop some artillery there. Got another Tiger, let's get him up there to join the fray. Artillery piece, the captured artillery piece is attacking his artillery. Doesn't seem to have done anything, but no, done. Right. That hasn't killed him. Still manned, look. Not really sure what's going on, if I'm honest with you. Our artillery landed in the middle of his artillery. I thought it might have killed it. That got a direct hit, and I thought it might have killed it, but they all seem to be showing up on the mini-map as active. Oh, he's just artilleried my artillery. See it? Or he's about to anyway. This might be... No, it's not the last Tiger. I'll order another one. Oh, so he's taken out the anti-tank gun. He's now charging the 2 artillery pieces. But he's run out of tracks again. No, he hasn't taken out the anti-tank gun. Look, there it is. It just had no line of sight. It's not going well for him, is it? It's such a slog. Fire a shot off. Decrew, repair. Crew, fire a shot off, decrew, repair. Oh, it's a tedious one, this one. If this Tiger's going to do any better. Right, there's a load of infantry on the way, that's something. Didn't do anything. Ram it. Just crush it. Drive over it. Yes! Now we're talking. I think they're in trouble. What do you think? Just gotta crush some more. Crush you. Really? Can't kill you at this range? Right, that's the artillery done. Now, much calmer. Oopsie. Trade over some ammunition. So that's much calmer. So I've got to sweep up. I think there's at least 2 tank killers down on the in the left-hand bog, in the left-hand marsh. There might be, I don't know what else. Let's just hunt them. So we're getting to the end, and oh, another cannon there. That could be deadly. Getting to the end, I'd like to say thank you for joining me as usual. It's been very kind of you to watch, and I enjoyed your company. I'll be slapping up the next one. Next one I'm working on is going to be the 3rd of the DLC, Scorched Earth Germany campaign missions. Got that one to come, and 2 more of those to come. Finished campaign. Some mods. There's a mod I want to try. I'm also having a playthrough of the new Company of Heroes Italian campaign. Very much enjoying that. If you're interested in any of those, please press subscribe so that your computer nags you. And if you liked this, please press like and all that kind of stuff. He's stuck in this, look, he's in this tank emplacement, this tank fortification, and he just won't get out of it. I'll have to manually control him to get him to drive out. So there's a few infantry up the top there. Look, and these 2 tank hunters, these 2 SU-100s, whatever they are, that's what we're after. I've got a tank down here. Oh, I've got another, my own tank hunter. Wow, got one. Excellent. Get the other one while you're at it. I love these tanks, they've got such a cool shape. Track him? What do you think? Is he immobilised? I think he is. Oh, and he's got a machine gun. Yeah, I like these tanks. That's it. Job done. Job done. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you for the next one. Might, have a little look and see what's left on the map before we go. See, look at him stuck in there like a Waldo. Alright, thanks for joining me. See you again, I hope.